not attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla at us. Yeah, it's Big Vern in the studio on a Monday, a wet Monday here in the Midwest. However, the high is at 54, so make sure you dress warm because this is also pneumonia weather. But needless to say, we had a big show. We talked some Big Ten football. Congratulations to Oregon. They beat Penn State to get that first round bye. Congratulations to Georgia and the Georgia 500. They beat Texas in Mercedes-Benz Stadiums to get that first round bye. Then we talked some Big 12 football between Arizona State and the Iowa State Cyclones. Congratulations to the Sun Devils. Then we talked some Mountain West, congratulating the Boise State Broncos. They do away with UNLV on a lackluster game on Friday night. Find out why we think TV got it right to actually do that. So from the Mountain West to the ACC, we have to give credit and props to Clemson. Clemson wins the ACC and they defeat the SMU Mustangs. This game had everything that we thought it would. We thought that SMU would come out the victor, but however, Clemson did salvage their season after losing to Louisville, and they kept the train on the tracks with a little help from Miami, losing to Syracuse and then losing to Georgia Tech. But like I say, no good deed goes unpunished. Gonna take a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month, and then we'll go ahead and get into this game. This is Big Vern. Dun, 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 dun. It's your boy Big Vern pushing another rap album this month. Killer Mike, Songs for Sinners and Saints, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the album, Nobody Knows, with Anthony Hamilton, is a really good song. Humble Me, very deep, very good song. Higher Level, Lord Prepare Me, Had to Go Get It, and Still Talking That Shit. Killer Mike, Songs for Saints and Sinners, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Killer Mike, Songs for Saints and Sinners. I felt like Killer Mike was, like I said, he's doing grown folk rap, and I'm all about that. I'm all about it. It's a good album. Make sure you go get it. So when this game broke down, SMU had 304 yards through the air. Also, they had 154 yards on the ground. Now, this is not the Clemson of old where you had Brent Venables and that defense pin their ears back and keep you, I'm talking about beat down by all accounts, because Clemson only had 64 yards in rushing. They only had 64 yards in rushing, and me feeling like SMU was a better candidate to win this game. They needed to show up. And I think when they got hit in the mouth early and they got up, they were trying to figure some things out. So really not bad in the third down efficiency area. A place behind the 8 ball 18 times. The Mustangs, they converted 9 times. They had 6 penalties for 65 yards. If you're going to beat a Clemson team that is really well coached, you're going to have to limit those turnovers. Outside of the fumbles and the interceptions. Like I say, you want to limit those turnovers. You want to limit penalties. Also, you got to hold on to the ball for more than 27 minutes and 51 seconds. Now, with that being said, you have to look at the other side of the ball. Like I said, Dabo Swinney and Clemson, they didn't have any penalties. They basically played a really clean football game. And when you look at how this thing shook out, now you have the touchdown in the first quarter that Cade Klubnik, he found Bryant Wesco for a 35-yard pass. Now this thing is 7-0. Not to be outdone, Klubnik again, he finds Bringing Tool for a 5-yard pass. Now this thing is 14-0. SMU, Jennings has a run. He pulled it down. He called his own number. He scores at the 7-minute mark. Now this thing is 14-7. Cade Klubnik was not done. He finds Brian Wesco Jr. again for a 43-yard pass. And now this thing is 21-7 Clemson, and that's in the first quarter. Now, granted, I've never seen Clemson start this fast. And I didn't know if this would hold up. Can they hold on? Is this going to be where Clemson gets up and then they find a way to give this game back? I mean, all of those things were running in my mind. And the second half of this game, the second quarter, it started to shape up like that. After you had this field goal from Nolan Hauser at a 44-yarder, it's 24-7. SMU didn't do anything. Clemson couldn't move the ball. That was the halftime. That was at the half. Give me a quick 20 from a rap album we're promoting this month. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Dun, 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 dun. It's your boy Big Vern promoting another rap album here at App Stupid. J. Cole, Friday Night Lights. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on here. The intro is hot. Too Deep is crazy. Before I'm Gone, Back on Topic, Vilmatic, that's another crazy song. Enchanted with Omen, oh man. In the Morning with Drake, Two-Face, man, there's so many good songs on this album. J. Cole, Friday Night Lights, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to J. Cole. Shout out to J. Cole doing his thing. So we left off. This game was 24-7 at the half. Okay. So now SMU, they needed to actually claw their way back into this game. Getting down that big in the first half of this game, that really shocked them and gave them a punch in the mouth. That's going to be from my understanding. Now, in the third quarter, you had Brashard Smith. He got that 10-yard pass from Kevin Jennings, and this thing is 24-14. And if you're a Mustang faithful, you got to be thinking, okay, they can turn it on, they can turn it on, they can turn it on. Cade Klubnik could not get Clemson to answer that bell, so then you had the 5-yard pass when Klubnik hit Bringing Stool, and now this thing is 31-14. Going into the fourth quarter, this thing is 31-14. SMU needed to have a big half to actually get this thing into overtime, hopefully, but also the win. So then you have Matthew Hibner. He's got a 20-yard pass from Kevin Jennings. Now it's 21-31. Clemson isn't moving. Momentum clearly on the side of the SMU faithful. Then they get that field goal, 31-24, and that's Colin Rogers from 46 yards out. All of a sudden, now momentum is really switched. The stadium's rocking, the popcorn is hot, and the cheap seats are going crazy. And Roderick Daniels, he got a 4-yard pass from Kevin Jennings, and now this thing is 31-31. Title game on the line, 31-31. You can take this thing into overtime. The SMU defense just has to hold and keep Clemson out of field goal range. That did not happen. That did not happen. It would not happen as the Clemson Tigers. From Nolan Hauser, he nails a 56-yarder. As time expires, and Clemson wins this game and the ACC title, 34-31. Congratulations to Dabo Swinney and company for winning the ACC championship. If you are in the Texas area and you're an SMU fan, are you happy about the way the season turned out? Leave it in the comments. I'll be back.